guys, welcome back to another episode of the TastyDoom podcast. Without further ado, let's jump into another episode. Alright, so, at last we left off, you guys had found your way into the town of Minyard. After finding a place to sit down, you guys are awakened by the screams and yell as more of the skinned husks make their way into the town. They end up killing some of the townsfolk and ripping the skin or the flesh from their bodies and reanimating themselves into more skins. You guys happen to help clear the town after fighting off a giant corpse mound of these skins, where Iven finally puts it down with a stabbing motion where it ignites the entire thing and it explodes everywhere. You guys managed to make your way back to the town, burn some of the bodies of the villagers that had fallen victim to such things, and have now found, what am I trying to say here? You guys have found a place to rest your head. Kovdar, you have fallen asleep in the bar with a full mug, empty mug, in your hand. You two went back to the bunkhouse, if I do remember right. You guys have each completed a long rest. It is now morning. What do you wish to do?
Did I ever find robes somewhere?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say there was some traveling robes that were still on the door.
Well, it's pointless to hide myself now, but I am going to keep them in my bag.
Okay. What do you guys wish to do?
Head up to the mine. I don't see what else we would have to do.
Yep. Okay, so... Alright, so you guys gather your things. Kovdar, you are awakened by your two friends as they roughly shake you away because it takes a minute as you've fallen asleep with alcohol.
You dumb bitch.
Celebrating after a kill.
We have work to do.
Can work and drink. Do it all the time.
As you guys are waking Kovdar up, you do see one of the miners come up, and he actually has a decent sized bag with him this time. This was all I could find. Hopefully, it is enough for you to be able to help us. He hands it out, and it's a hefty bag. Who's taking it? Who is,
I'll take it.
Who is grabbing it? Okay, so you reach out and grab it, and it's.
You're probably the most financially responsible in this whole group.
Maybe I should take it.
I already have it.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Why didn't you take it?
I don't know. He can't just look at me like that.
I put it in my bag.
Okay, you're not going to counter it at all? Just going to
Nope.
stuff it? Okay.
Plenty.
It's fine.
Probably rocks in it.
It's fine.
Well, hopefully that is enough for you. May the gods be with you as you journey into the mine. And thank you once again for helping with our town.
Of course. I love to kill things.
He just kind of nods his head and turns and walks away. All right. You three are in the green gem right now. What do you wish to do?
To the mine.
To the mine.
To the mine? All right. You guys gather your things, exiting the green gem, make your way towards the mine. You can actually see a lot of the burnt bodies of where these skinned humans, these skinned shells, have been placed or hooked down using pickaxes and just nothing but just ash that's in the shape of these forms. You guys eventually do pass the area where you had slain the corpse mound, and you can see there's plenty of muck of the pieces of this thing still laying around. You can see some of the carrion birds that are flying around that are pecking at the remains of this creature. You guys continue down, heading up towards the end of the valley where this town was nestled. Before you looms a deep mine. There are rail tracks that are coming out and a couple of ore carts. There is actually a pile of coal and minerals that has a shovel sticking out of it. You figure that that's probably where they dump most of their stuff, and they send wagons up to collect it and then send it back down to the town. You guys entering?
Yep, I just walk in.
Just walk in? All right. At this point, I would like all three of you to roll me a perception check.
23.
Nat 20.
4.
Following up strong.
You literally have flashlights for eyes.
But the wisdom of a rat. With bad instincts.
All right, so let's go over that again. So you got a 4. You got a nat 20.
Yes.
Kovdar?
23.
23. All right. So, Ivan, you are distracted by many of the carrion birds and watching them circle above the corpse mound that you took much pride in slaying. It almost brings a tear to your eye just how powerful you are.
Yes.
Kovdar and Chiron, as you guys are approaching the mine, you notice something. You notice large marks of scrapes along the ground entering the mine. You recognize these tracks. These are a large, the marks of the large figure that you had found in the forest before you stopped giving chase to it.
Oh, that does not look good.
You guys see the birds?
Yeah.
Look at the ground, Ivan.
That's pretty cool ground, but the birds.
You remember that giant thing with
And then
the
the
chest?
place I slayed the
chest that
monster?
opens up?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't
Remember-
actually. It was just you and me.
I know, but we told him about it. There's a big monster in here. Bigger than that.
I think you guys are just imagining things.
No.
Let's just go forward.
It's right there.
I proceed not to look at where he's pointing.
Turn your flashlight on and see.
What do your flashlight eyes see?
Well, I see white.
It's bright in here.
I'm gonna be honest, I can't really see while these things are on. I didn't know how to tell you guys this, but
It's just a cool trick, honestly.
it's kind of useless.
It's kind of useless.
Okay.
All right. So you guys continue to enter into the mine?
100%.
All right. So if you guys remember, the way that I described it is, so the A area is the first floor, and then as you continue further back, you'll get to where it starts to spiral down, and then you'll go into the B, and you can continue, and it goes into the C mines. Beyond C is where everyone was told not to go. Typically, people that went down in there would end up coming out gibbering nonsense or didn't return at all. How far do you guys wish to go?
Well, until they start gibbering nonsense.
Until they start gibbering nonsense.
Until something happens, I guess. Yeah.
So the town is recovering from the night, so you guys are alone here. Nobody is in this mine.
Perfect.
Is there any good ores to steal?
So
Giant thingy.
go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
Am I good at
Are you good at those?
Yeah. It's 19.
19. Okay, all right. You are good at that. So you've been around some of the blacksmiths back at the Temple of the Ravnai. You've seen actually some of them work with the raw material, and it's a orangish. Orange-ish. Thank you. It is a orangish-ish looking material. Hey, you just shut up.
You having a stroke there?
I'm having some complications here. Orange-ish.
Doing great.
Shut up. So, as you turn and look towards the pile of the minerals and the coal, you can definitely determine which ones are what. There are several different types of ore. You can see some of the raw rock that is in has some copper. There is a orangish looking rock that you think would contain iron. Besides most of the coal, and there are some like crystal like what's the word I'm looking for? Some rocks with embedded like crystals in them. You're uncertain of what those are.
Whew. Well, I can't resist the crystals.
All right, you want to grab a couple?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'll say you can get about a pound of crystals.
Okay. Cool. I
It's
feel
just
like
lying around for him to pick up.
I feel like I would want some of the iron and copper, but I don't know if I could carry all of that out.
So it's definitely limited to how much your strength is. So your strength is 18 times 15. That's how much you can carry. You do have a backpack on you.
If only we had a couple of beings with us that were capable of carrying much more.
Oh, you're right. Here, you carry the copper. You carry the iron. All good.
Or we just go kill things.
I'm actually excited to see how much you guys are going to carry and see if you guys can get encumbered and then go into the mine with it.
I mean, I'd have to pick up a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you'd have to pick up a lot, but you could still end up being encumbered.
Yeah, I just want the crystals, honestly.
Okay.
It's not worth it to pick up all the ore.
I'm just going to say you can kind of shuffle through the ores and stuff and get some decent-sized crystals and just put them in your pocket.
A pound?
I'll say honestly as much as you want. There's quite a bit there.
Now it doesn't sound as valuable. I'll just get a pound.
Okay. So you've got a pound of rock crystal. All right. You guys enter the mine after collecting a couple of the rock crystals that your friend had found. You guys continue down, moving past some of the open passageways from the left and the right, finding your way down to the back of the mine where it starts to spiral down. You guys continue down into the B level. You guys want to... I know I ask a lot of questions, but there's reasons for this. Do you guys want to explore the B level, or do you want to continue down?
Well, first, I have to ask you a question. Where are all of the bees? If it's the B level.
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yes. 3.
There are bees everywhere.
Oh, God.
You don't know what they are. They're almost look like flying pebbles, but they have the distinct sound of the buzzing, the rapid flapping wings, and they seem to be coming after you.
I throw him at him.
Wait.
Fire! Okay, anyways, moving on.
Since we are getting closer, I think I would do a little bit of searching. Nothing too crazy.
Okay.
Maybe go into some of the branches, but
Okay. So just to kind of give you a little bit better idea on what it is that you guys are looking at. So the mines aren't perfectly cut. Sometimes it's more of like a vein that has been cut out, so they're not perfectly square. You can see that they've gone through and braced up many of the parts of the tunnel with some heavy, thick lumber. But some of the ground is uneven. Sometimes it drops away. You see, you kind of got to be a little careful when you go in here. All right. So you want to continue on to the B level, and so you'll have two
opioids.
Opioids. What's
Two
the word I'm looking
opioids?
for? You will have
Openings?
two entrances, openings. Yeah, on either side.
Oh no!
Two openings, right, one above the other.
One of those might require Narcan, and one of those is a way to get inside of something. So you were close.
Constitution check. So yeah, as you continue down, there is a passageway to your left and to your right.
Shine your flashlight eyes down there. Is it pretty well lit in this cave?
I go to my right.
Actually, it depends on your guys' dark vision.
None.
None?
That is, yeah.
So then you guys would have had to have light a torch
Okay.
on your way in here. So you guys have about 60 feet.
They
that
have
you can
none
see.
of their own lighting?
No. When you got the further you guys go down, there is no lighting at all.
How far does
I
your...
will have my flashlight light on.
How does your eyes work? Or distance-wise?
How dare you not know how my eyes work?
Okay, you've used them once.
I would assume that they're 60 feet.
I think they're 60 feet.
You sure they're not 120?
And then farther dim light, but I could be wrong. 60 feet of bright light, and an additional 60 feet of dim light.
Oh, so you got 120 feet of vision.
Yeah,
Is that
is
directed
nice.
or is that just around
it's
you?
directed.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have a torch lit for around us,
Okay, that's 30 feet bright light and 30 feet dim.
and then we'll use his.
And
for
then you guys can definitely,
distance.
yeah, you guys. So as you guys start down the mine, you guys light your torches. You guys make your way down to the B level, and you can actually tell where Ivan is looking because of the bright light that just beams out of his head.
And we yell at him every time he starts to look at rocks.
Is that a rock?
We don't need that.
Oh god.
All right, so Ivan, you make your way. The party, you guys make your way down to the B level, and you decide that you want to explore. So you have a passage to your left and to your right, and you can continue forward. Which way do you want to go?
Right.
We should probably check the
Right.
branches before we go farther in so we don't get cornered.
Right.
Left. Don't challenge me.
So
I'm the light.
I'm the horse.
so
Horse in a cave.
the passageways are pretty narrow. So Kovdar and Chiron, you guys are actually technically squeezing, trying to get through some of these passageways. So the only thing that does seem to be cut out pretty well is the actual spiral that goes down through the levels. The tracks themselves actually stick to the spiral, and you really figure that the reason that they've at least honed out the spiral part is because they may have had to have other animals down here, such as horses or ox, in order to be able to pull some of those carts up and out. So you two can easily stand within the spiral, but Ivan can easily move within the divisions. So like B level, he can move within there pretty easily. But you guys, it's a little tight.
I'll just let you guys explore inside the cave and I'll guard the spiral.
Guard the spiral.
Yeah, that way nothing comes up behind us.
Okay.
All right, so Ivan, you move in and you want to go right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you continue down into B level and turn and make your right. I want you to go ahead and roll me a perception check.
What about Joel?
Are you going in?
Yeah,
Are you
Thank you.
sticking with him, or do you want to take a different path?
I'll stick with him.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception as well then.
7.
7. Okay.
10.
So it's actually getting really tight for you, Ivan. Like most of the large rocks, they, instead of digging into the rock to widen out the passage, they've actually went around it, and there doesn't really seem to be anything in here. Any of the ores or gold or crystals that they would have found most likely have already been taken to the top.
Okay. Then I will exit there and head to the straight.
Okay, so you turn around and you notice a large hulking form right behind you. You're startled for a second until you realize that it is Kovdar. Do you look directly at him?
Yeah.
Kovdar, it is dark in here, and there are bright lights shining right in yours. I need you to make a Constitution check.
Blade, your eyes can blind people. He's just set a precedence.
9.
9? Your vision goes bright white for a second, and it's a little hard to see. You're not blinded, but it's just difficult to see. See how I worked that around?
He set the precedence.
I could cause creatures to have disadvantage.
It might only last one round, but it'll be there.
That's if the creatures use vision.
If they don't use vision, we'll do the easiest thing and just kill them.
Just kill them. Then they don't use any senses at all.
Then they're definitely not seeing anything.
Why are we squeezing through here, Ivan?
Good question. There's nothing good in here.
Okay, I'll squeeze back out.
Okay. You do have a torch in hand, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So the area is pretty well lit. You just got blinded because Ivan turned around and just looked you right directly in the eye with his high beams on.
Bastard.
You're behind me. What do you expect? I'm trying to get out of here.
All right, so you guys stumble a little bit, but make your way back out to the main passage. Do you want to continue down another passage, or do you want to go back to the spiral staircase?
100% continue down another passage.
All right. So, do you want to go straight, or do you want to go left?
Straight.
All right.
I'm not gonna follow him this time.
Not gonna follow him this time. All right. So what are you gonna do exactly? Are you just gonna stay right at the T junction, or are you gonna go back to the spiral?
He's gonna come to me and be like, "Bastard blinded me."
I'm gonna go back to Chiron.
Okay. All right, Ivan. As you continue down the main passage that links all of the other B level together, you do come up to another T junction. This one's a little different though. There is one that actually goes a little bit more down, and one that goes up. That goes up a little bit. So you can continue straight, you can go up, or you can go down.
God, this is so bad. I kind of want to go to the one that goes down a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you start your path down, having to take a couple of large steps, as more of the large rock, almost like a granite, just doesn't give way at all. I'd like you to go ahead and make me a dexterity check real quick.
Dexterity saving throw or
Just a check.
Okay. So that is, hold on, 2. I don't remember what it was.
11.
Oh, 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I seen an 11.
Okay, very 13.
13. So you do end up losing traction on one of these large rocks, and you start to slide down. You only slide down about 10, 15 feet before you finally are able to find a nice, good perch. But it does look a little difficult to go back up. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Goodbye, boys.
What kind of shoes were you wearing, by the way?
3.
I don't think he wears shoes.
Oh.
Just vines.
They're just vines.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, you're a little nervous now. You know that there's definitely something down here, and you're by yourself. As you turn and look back up, Kovdar is not behind you.
He just lights on fire. Horrific screech.
I will hastily climb up.
Okay, you want to climb back up?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
Yes. Thank God.
Oh no. It's practically his worst stat.
Athletics.
Yeah, go ahead and throw an athletics on there.
Oh wow.
10.
You have to get kind of on all fours in order to try to climb up. You're very confident. There's a lot of handholds in here as you make your way up. You get about halfway before one of the handholds, a large rock that was sticking out of the wall, gives way. You slide all the way back down. You can hear the telltale of a thumping sound.
Did we hear
And
that?
it seems all the way around you.
Did we hear him fall?
Yes, you guys do hear a little bit of a scratching sound and then something sliding.
I think maybe we should go help him.
Okay. I'm going to try again.
Probably just
Okay,
failed.
go ahead and try again.
Yeah, but what if other stuff fell on
And I
him, too?
might scream in panic.
Quit horsing around, Ivan.
Come on.
Oh no.
I'll run in.
All right, we'll get to you guys here in just a second. All right, Ivan, you try to climb back out once again. You're very cautious of some of the rocks. You actually kind of reach up and feel some of the rocks, make sure that they're going to hold your weight. Until one doesn't. This time you are almost out. You can imagine the fresh air of being back with your teammates. And then another large rock pulls free and you go sliding back down again. The thumping sound is getting louder. You can hear it all around you. You can even hear the sound of a cracking. The posts that are holding up the roof around you. You can hear the slight cracking. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh wow.
5.
You hear one just suddenly just explode. You try to dodge out of the way from the sheer pressure that this wooden log had been holding up finally gave way. You take 11 points of piercing damage as you are impaled by several different small pieces of wood. You can hear another post right next to you starting to crack.
At what point do we reach where he's trying to climb?
All right, yeah. So you guys definitely hear. You can actually feel a vibration in the ground.
Okay.
This tunnel's about to cave in.
All right, I'm gonna get my rope out to throw down to him.
Okay. So it's really, really tight for you, and it's hard because of the uneven surface. But you do make your way to Iven. You see a light at the end of the tunnel.
I'm down here. Help.
Yeah, there's a rope in your face.
All right, you pull your rope out as you're moving your way through, getting to where Iven has continuously fell. You toss your rope down to Iven. There's a rope there.
Once he's able to grab it and tells me that he's grabbed, I'm gonna ask you, have you grabbed the rope?
Wait, no, with the rope.
And
I'm not gonna grab the rope.
I'm gonna position.
That was a mistake.
I don't know why you're not grabbing the rope.
Do you already have another character made?
Grab the rope.
So in your sheer panic.
As I'm sliding down, grab the rope.
All right, so yeah, let me go through the description real quick.
Yeah.
So in your sheer panic, you can hear another log starting to crack and break. You just completely ignore the rope and just run as hard as you possibly can back up the slick surface. Your feet give way and you start to slide back down. You grab the rope and stop. You're about halfway, but the log right next to you explodes. I need you to roll a dexterity saving throw with disadvantage because you are laying down.
You don't have to do it by disadvantage. I'm already rolling pretty low.
Is there any
13.
chance that, in that moment that he grabbed the rope and I felt that tension, I would have started pulling on it?
Yeah. That's kind of where the I'm kind of reduced the DC on that. So as you hear the cracking and then the explosion of the wood from the pressure of the ceiling, you feel yourself being yanked forward. You curl into a tight ball, letting the armor of your back take most of the blunt force. You are not pierced this time, and you are rapidly pulled from this dark hole to the surface once more. You are standing in front of your teammates.
What's up, guys?
Why didn't you grab the rope when I threw it down, Ivan?
I did grab the rope. I don't know.
No, you tried to climb up again and then almost died.
No. I definitely grabbed the rope.
Lies.
I don't like mines.
What were you doing down there?
Investigating.
So, as you guys are talking and yelling at Ivan for his mishap that he just had, the tunnel that Ivan was just in collapses, and the dust fills the cavern that you guys are in. You guys can hear the telltale knocking sound, and wood start to crack all around you.
I start running.
Run.
I'll pull him onto my back and sprint out.
What the hell?
So
Faster.
here's the issue. There's not enough room for you to turn around.
You fat ass.
So,
Bet. Dex check.
Kovdar, you are behind him, and you can see that your centaur friend is trying to spin around. The roof is fairly narrow, or shallow. That's the right word. The roof is fairly shallow, so you can't quite rear up in order to be able to turn around. So I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as part of the roof starts to collapse. Ivan.
If I see that, I'm gonna just grab his hind legs and yank him and start running with him.
Okay. Ivan, what do you want to do?
Um,
Chiron has grabbed you by the shoulders and is trying to pull you up around him.
If I can't turn around, I, instead of pulling him onto me, would throw him behind me.
Okay. Are you willing?
That's not a question. Strength check. Got a
Yeah, I'll be
dirty
willing.
20.
Okay. Yeah, you just reach down, grab him by his waist, and just, with your head ducked, chuck him over. You can feel him land towards your rear end and slide off. Kovdar, what do you want to do?
I'm grabbing his hind legs and just running with him.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a strength check.
I can make a dex save. to
Make a
run with
dexterity
him.
saving throw as the roof starts to, as the roof starts to collapse in on you.
16.
Okay. You notice a large section of the rock above you is starting to fall down. You reach up and shove it past you as it falls down and lands right in front of you. You can feel two large hands grab your hind legs and start pulling you backwards.
13.
Not very strongly.
If he's trying to move out, would I have advantage?
Yeah, I'm gonna be pushing back with him. Basically, what I'm imagining is he's pulling me and I'm stepping with my front legs backwards.
Okay, so are you grabbing him by his hooves and pulling him backwards? Kind of like like a wheelbarrow?
Yeah.
This almost sounds counterproductive.
Okay, I will go ahead and give you advantage on that.
19.
19. Yeah, your legs go straight out behind you, and you feel a very strong force pulling you back. As you both work in unison, you guys easily step your way back out. I need one more dexterity saving throw from you.
Is pulling give me any advantages here?
No, it does not.
Danger sense, you have advantage.
Ah,
That's true.
that's much better. 22.
22. You see one of the rocks that is making up part of the wall starts to slide in towards you. You actually shove back and allow the rock to actually shove you backwards with the force that both you and the rock is exerting. You guys make it back to the spiral just as the rest of the tunnel collapses and dust fills the air once more.
How about we just go in the main one? The big one?
So I'm gonna look around for any signs of any creatures.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
Well, that's probably the one. Nope, it got worse. 8.
Yeah, so the dust is really thick. It's really hard to see. All you can see is what little light of the torch is able to illuminate the air and what beacon that Iven is able to give off with his eyes. But there's too much dust in the air and you can't see if anything has been in the area or not.
Yeah, I'll move back to the spiral.
Okay, well you guys are in the spiral.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys left the entire B section as it was collapsing in around you.
Okay.
So you guys are back in the spiral. You guys can actually, you especially, you can actually hear the metal as your hooves hit it and the ringing sound that the metal gives off.
I am ready to travel down further if you guys are. Enough horseplay.
Maybe if you just grab the rope.
I did. I don't
No.
know. I 100% grabbed
You
the
made
rope.
a stupid attempt at climbing the side of the thing and fucked it up and then grabbed the rope.
I grabbed it.
Not before you tried to climb.
As far as I know, you are the one that caused that cave in, Ivan.
No.
You were the only one down there.
I went down there. I heard some creepy things. I tried to climb up. I didn't touch a beam or anything but the ground. So unless me touching the ground caused the cave in, 100% did not cause it.
Then what caused it?
I don't know. Maybe a ghost.
I think he caused it.
He definitely fucked something up
I
on
did
there.
not. No, hold on. No.
He's got a saving grace that all of the miners mentioned a knocking sound before cavern started collapsing, if I'm not mistaken.
Did I hear a knocking sound?
You heard a knocking sound.
I heard a knocking sound.
There's that out of him knocking on the columns.
Yeah, you guys do recall that many of the miners said they're called Tommy knockers. They are a knocking sound that normally happens right before a tunnel would collapse in.
Okay. So it's not like a supernatural thing or anything like that. It's just...
It could be. You don't know.
I start walking down the spiral.
Okay.
Do we recognize, like, are there any creatures that come to mind that their appearance is marked by a knocking sound?
Go ahead and roll a history check.
Are you asking the group?
That was an out-of-game question to the DM.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
But yeah, sure, I guess I could mention it to the group as well.
If you do that, I'll allow everyone to make a history check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got a nat 20.
Oh my gosh.
I'm not even gonna roll.
No, roll.
Okay. Maybe I'm smarter than you.
I think you need a different dice.
You
You can
somehow
use the metal dice. It's
got
fine.
beat by him.
But, hold on. Let me grab my metal dice.
Oh my gosh.
5.
Oh, yours went down too?
-1.
Oh, no.
Well, it's better than the plastic.
Wait, what? How?
Your metal dice might like you a
Because
little
I'm
more.
not smart.
Just
Oh,
two
history's
more.
intelligence.
Hey, that's better. That could be success or failure.
Thought it was wisdom.
Yeah, no, history's intelligence.
I think I was thinking nature.
Yeah.
No, that's intelligence as well. My intelligence and wisdom are the same, though. So
Oh, yeah,
not my fault.
it doesn't really matter
I
for you
believe
at all.
Jesus. So I got a nat 20. What is that?
All right, so you do know of a couple of different kind of earth creatures that live in caves. You've never really heard of one that has ever been referred to as a Tommyknocker, especially one that warns miners that a cave-in is about to happen. You get the sense that the Tommyknockers themselves are actually the sounds of what the mountain would be making as it's reshifting. So it's not really associated with a creature, as it is associated with just science.
Yeah, but a mountain doesn't just shift randomly, consistently, constantly.
If
It's on a
it's-
fault line.
Yeah, I don't know, but this feels like one of those things where it wasn't a problem, and then suddenly it was like, oh yeah, it's just happening constantly while we have miners down there.
Just unlucky.
Just unlucky.
It's a little coincidental.
So it's more of like a science thing, where if the wood itself starts to give out, it actually starts to make a knocking sound before the wood finally gives way, and then the mountain collapses in on the tunnels. You guys are in the spiral. The dust is starting to settle. What do you guys wish to do?
I think he went down, so I guess I gotta
Start
follow him
walking.
so he
That's
can
right.
actually see.
I have
'Cause
a
he's-
torch.
Oh, I thought
We all have torches.
that you were the only one without a torch.
No.
All right. So you continue down into sea level.
Don't you have dark vision? Oh.
No,
You
glass.
should get it.
Yeah, glass don't have dark vision. So
Just go ahead and give it to
so
yourself. You can do that.
so basically, nobody here actually has dark vision. They just have headlights that they can turn on or off, right?
Yeah, which is practically dark vision,
Yeah,
honestly.
I mean,
you
yeah,
see in the dark.
technically, except for it, you actually have to give off a light source, unlike dark vision.
Yeah, but like
You have light vision,
honestly, it's superior than dark vision.
unless
'Cause
you're trying to hide.
I give everyone. Well, we're not any. No one's stealthy here.
We ain't no bitch.
No
hiding.
Absolutely, no one is stealthy here.
What am I gonna
I'm
do?
pretty stealthy. Got a +4.
Jiminy
What am I
Oh,
gonna do?
okay.
Just hope they think I'm just a horse
I mean,
Compared to you two, I'm stealthy.
against the wall, just like.
At least I could pretend to just be a jack-o'-lantern.
And if they look at me, I just nay.
start counting with your hooves.
All right. So what do we find down farther?
All right. So as you guys continue down into sea level, so it does branch off again, like B level. You guys can either move into sea level, or you could continue down further. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna follow the tracks on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, at this point, with the dust settling, I would like everyone to roll a perception check.
19.
Natural 20.
13.
Okay,
Above 10.
that's better. You're getting up there. I think your metal dice is trying to forgive you, but it hasn't decided yet.
Yeah.
Need to hold it more.
All right, so with the dust settling, you guys move out of where all the dust had covered up most of the tracks, and you can easily pick them right back up. They seem to continue further down. They don't go down the sea at all.
I'm gonna keep going down.
Okay. You guys continue on down to what you would think would be D level, but as you guys continue down, the mines lose their uniform and they seem to be more scattered. You guys continue to follow the tracks.
Wait, we went down another level?
We went down past C into D.
The miners die at sea.
No, it was D.
They were noticing things happening at C. They actually wouldn't go further than B itself.
I
There
thought you said it was C. They wouldn't go into D.
Well, there were a couple of miners that would go down into C and didn't have any problems, but it was pretty much guaranteed that if you moved down to what would be the area D, that they started dying or they would have complications.
We don't have complications.
Well,
As long as you don't break the
wouldn't you like to explore C if miners are having difficulties? What if we get attacked from behind now?
We'll check C on our way back up.
Fucking awful idea.
How did exploring go for you last time, Ivan?
Went great. If some bitches would follow me.
Hey, did you see how difficult it was for me in that fucking cavern? Okay.
Well, I understand you, but the Goliath here.
You can't always get what you want.
Not true.
All right. So you guys continue on further down. The spiral that you guys have been following is starting to lose its form. You guys are going down to where it's not well maintained. In fact, you actually reach the end of the rails itself. You can see a large barricade that was built at the end of the rails to stop a rail car from going any further. You guys can easily just walk by it and continue down. As you guys do, you guys notice the more natural looking cavern that this spiral was carved from. And you can notice a large gash within the mine that seems to be a large fissure that has opened up. It is big. The tracks continue further down.
So with his vision, the light, what do we see at that max range?
So pretty much the because I need to actually do a little bit better detail. So as you guys continue down the spiral, you guys do come to the end, and at the end of this spiral is this large fissure. As you guys peer inside, you can see that the walls are fairly smooth. It's not cut out, but it seems that the mountain itself has just split apart, and it's at this large angle. It continues further back than his vision can peer.
Okay, so I'm going to take some cloth from the clothes from my explorer's pack. I'm going to tear it up, and I'm going to put it onto one of my crossbow bolts.
Okay.
And I'm going to light it on fire, and I'm going to shoot it down into the...
Okay. Crossbow bolt has what, like 300 feet?
I can't remember offhand. Let me Google it.
120, right?
I don't know. I really honestly don't know.
Let me check.
Because a longbow is like 600 feet.
The max range.
Max range is 300 feet.
So it's 80 feet for nothing.
Yeah.
For regular, and then 320 is it.
Yeah.
And it's a light crossbow.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys see Chiron rummage around one of the packs he keeps on his side. You guys see him pull some clothing out, bite at it, and tear a large section out. He wraps one of the bolts and lights it on fire, and quickly aiming fires. The bolt launches down, illuminating this large fissure as it continues down. It goes further than what your bolt can go.
Do we see anything in that time that it's traveling?
Mm-mm. One thing you do notice is that it does have a slight decline as it continues.
Do we hear anything when it hits?
Just a very dull echo of a thud in the distance.
Anything else?
Nope.
So here's the plan. We just cave in this entrance. Problem solved.
The tracks do continue down this fissure.
Close the fissure. Problem solved.
Can't die to something in the cave if there's no cave.
Then we go and explore sea level and kill off any monsters in sea.
I mean, if we just collapse the whole mountain, they're definitely not getting attacked by anything in the mountain.
This is a mining town, so I'd assume they want their mine, though.
I start walking down the fissure.
I'm going to follow them.
Okay.
Wait. Guys? Guys?
Ivan, you are left alone. You can hear a couple knocking sounds around you.
This is bullshit.
Is that real?
No, it's not.
Okay, because he needs to tell us if that's real.
The knocking sounds are actually the hooves of your friends, but at a brief instant, you think that it is the Tommy knockers once again, issuing a warning of the tunnel beginning to collapse behind you, and you just dart off.
I'm gonna turn off my light so they can't get that extra vision. Shut up.
All
Why
right.
don't you walk quieter?
Claps.
All right.
Caves in.
Probably. When you
All
got guns like these,
So
not those puny vines.
you're just getting called out today, aren't you?
I'm gonna bitch slap him
On the face or the rear end?
on the rear end.
I instinctively kick him as soon as he touches me.
All right, if this is actually happening, I need rolls.
I don't think this is actually
No, this is happening. I'm gonna hit him.
Oh no.
All right.
Never mind.
What'd you roll?
What is it? Strength that you add the modifier on? So like 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the hit die. So 10.
So 10. All right. So you rush up in that little bit of panic that you had, and you can hear the insults that your friend is kind of tossing your way. And just as a joke, you run up and you try to hit him in the rear end, but instead you miss and just whoosh right behind him.
I'm gonna pretend that that didn't happen.
Can I notice it?
Go ahead. What is your passive?
Passive perception would be 14.
14. Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand as you try to hide it.
Take it.
18.
18. You make it look like you just tripped and
That's worse.
quickly stand back up without anyone ever even noticing you.
Can't
Okay.
even walk straight.
So this passage is big enough that you guys are easily able to walk side by side. As you guys continue down, you guys do notice a slight decline as it continues. As you guys move 400, 500 feet down this chasm, you guys can hear the telltale sounds of a rushing water. As you guys continue, you do notice that the cave itself opens up, and you can see what it seems to be an underground river that comes down. The large chasm that you now find yourself in does continue down towards the river.
Keep on going.
Keep
What
on
were the
going.
miners bitching about? We've explored probably deeper than they have, and
Ain't shit.
there ain't shit.
Yeah, but obviously something big has moved through here.
It's just a mountain shift, you know. It's split.
No. These tracks that we were following.
Oh yeah, well the
Drove
tracks.
that
okay.
big monster.
Yeah, you're right.
All right, so with that natural 20 that you still have, you do notice that the large creature has followed the river down. As you guys continue another 200-300 feet, the sound of the water is almost deafening. It is really, really loud. As the river seems to disappear underneath the rock, another trail seems to go over towards the left. As you guys continue, it opens up into this large area. I need everyone to roll me perception checks.
Oh,
18.
Natural 1.
18.
18. So, Govdar, you don't see the large cavern that opens up. It is a grand natural cavern with a sheer cliff on the other side. You two, Ivan and Chiron, as you guys come around the corner, you can not only hear but see the large creature in the distance. It seems to be hanging over this the large edge, and it seems to be puking something into the cavern. You watch it as it stands back upright and slowly begins to shift and move in another direction, being free of whatever load that it had in its belly.
Okay.
Oh, it's
So I'm
creating
gonna-
the skin things.
I'm going to grab him and point it out.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attempt. Is it within. Can we get to this thing?
Yes, it is within reach.
I am going to attempt to stealthfully charge it.
Stealthily charge it?
Yes. I want it to not notice me
Okay.
until I've hit it.
All right, so...
Wait, Chiron. I will sneak up to it. If I close my eyes, I can't see it. It can't see me.
Better.
And I close my eyes, and I actually turn invisible.
Really?
Oh, dear Jesus.
What ability did you take?
He can just do whatever the fuck he wants. He can actually just do whatever the fuck he wants. What actual
Is it
abilities
working,
did you take?
Chiron?
It's surprisingly enough. Yeah. What abilities?
I just cast invisibility on myself.
My
What you
God.
cast? Since when can you cast spells?
I'm just doing it.
Seriously, just close your eyes. You do the if I can't see you, you can't see me, and it
Yes.
turns you freaking invisible. I freaking love your character.
I'm once again surprised.
I don't think you have to close your eyes, though. If your eyes are closed, maybe... I don't think you have to
But
have them
that's how it
closed.
works. I can't see it. It can't see me.
But I don't know. You're pretty powerful, though. Like, if you become visible again, you just close your eyes again.
I'll try. Is it working still?
Are you having it so that you lose concentration on the invisibility? Yes, it's still working.
Ah, you are smart, Chiron.
All right, go. Hit
All
it.
right, I'll sneak up to it.
All right, so to just kind of give you a little bit better picture, so you've got this huge cavern that's opened up, and you can actually see, like, there seems to be like a dim bluish light that comes from the very back of the cavern that seems to illuminate some of the mist that you find in this cavern. This large monster has walked its way to the edge of this and has puked something over the edge and is now following the edge back into another direction. Okay? All right, what do you wish to do?
I'm going to sneak up to it.
All right, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
18.
So here's the issue. You're leaving a light source and you cannot see. You can see the silhouette of this creature moving around, but you cannot physically see where you're putting your feet. So it would technically be disadvantage, but then you have advantage because you're invisible. So what was your first roll?
11 or 12, something like that? I don't remember.
Okay,
Let me
just-
just re-roll it.
Yeah, just go ahead and re-roll it. I'll allow that.
12.
12. That's what I was actually going to just tell you to take with the 12. So, and then you offered re-roll, and I was like, we'll do that. So 12 total.
Mhm.
All right. So, as you are making your way up, you actually slip. You guys can hear a rock actually shift and start to tumble. There actually seems to be a little bit of an incline here, and Kovdar has managed to walk right directly into it. The creature turns and notices the sounds and then just rushes full speed as fast as it possibly can off into the distance.
I grab you, if you're not already on my back,
Dare you?
and I dash after it.
Okay.
I run after it.
Okay. So, as all three of you, Ivan, you jumping onto the back of your centaur friend, you guys running as fast as you possibly can to catch up with this thing. You guys didn't notice the large form over in the corner as a huge hulking form that was nestled up in the top section of the cliff or of the cavern behind you actually jumps down and lands 4 large red claws digging in to the solid rock. The husk of a red dragon that has been skinned stands before you. You hear a very low sound coming from this monster.
What was that dragon's name?
I cannot remember.
Hi, I'm Ivan.
Kolnastra.
Kolnastra.
Are you, by chance, Kolnastra?
I am what was Kolnastra.
Nice to meet you.
Since I'm still invisible, I'm going to sneak around for flanking.
Okay, go
Yeah,
ahead.
look on that.
Go ahead and roll
Being
me a
invisible.
stealth check.
Since there are torchlights in, I get advantage, right?
Yes, you will actually get advantage because you can see now.
Ooh, 22.
22. You, as being quiet as you possibly can, now actually be able to see the the shelled rocks that have fallen from the roof that make up part of the floor. You can actually walk your way around it, being very quiet this time.
So, can I get a picture of... So what I'm imagining right now is a cavern with a river flowing through it?
So, no, the river actually disappeared back behind you guys. It
Okay.
actually went underneath the
So
rock.
it's a cavern with just an edge?
Yes.
And then I'm imagining the big creature ran off down a tunnel.
Yeah. So,
Where did we get following it before this thing landed? Are we like in the tunnel and it's blocking our path
no,
back?
so you guys are actually in the large cavern with the stalactites hanging above you. And you guys actually ran up. You guys are probably about 20, 30 feet away from the sheer cliff that this thing had threw up on the side as it continued the cliff side and then ran up another tunnel over in the distance.
So if this thing landed in front of me, I think I would have made an attack on it right away.
You want to make a ranged attack against it?
Charging.
So it moves as fast as you, and it dashed. So there was no chance of you catching up to it. You could make
No, not that. The husk.
Oh, the husk?
If the husk fell and landed in front of me,
Yeah.
I would have just gone at it on
Okay.
instinct.
So, so the voice did approach you as this thought crossed your mind, but you're still full movement forward. So is that what you want to do? You just want to just attack it?
Yeah, I'm gonna use the moment
Okay.
of it asking
Then I
this
need
question.
I need everybody to roll me initiative.
You want to track a dragon
A husk of a
that
dragon.
spoke.
Yep. 17.
18.
9.
If you get us killed, you're dead to me.
We're not gonna die.
You're dead to me.
What did you get, Kyra or Kotar?
Probably.
9.
You're not gonna die. Not the first time.
Not the first time, and maybe not the second time, because I think I can do it twice now.
Hey.
It depends how many embers I have.
I hope your character never dies because you two have my favorite characters. I still like your character.
It's a great
But
character for
honestly-
a more outside campaign.
Yeah, but I love his character. His character is my favorite,
I'm just that awesome.
which means I'll probably kill him first.
Fuck.
Since you can come back multiple times, I'm just gonna have to just have a creature rip you limb from limb.
Oh, please.
It's honest. What's happening here is there's actually an organized enemy, and they know that like they've killed you like 6 times, and you just keep bursting into flame coming back. So this guy shows up, and he just like he hits you and he kills you, and then just pummels your body. He doesn't stop.
It just keeps going.
But every time I die, I burst
Yep.
flames in every direction.
Yep.
So, depending on how many times I die, he'll
Yeah.
be hit by flame damage. He might
He
die from...
suicides. He just suicides on you.
All right, so to reset the scene, as you decided to just continue, as this large hulking creature of a skinned dragon lands in front of you, you can hear that voice enter your mind. Who are you? And as you do, you just yell out, "Who cares?" And just bringing your. Are you two-handing your greatsword, or are you dueling your
I will have at this point my my great sword in my main hand, my right hand, and then the silvered long sword in the other.
Okay.
And if you'll allow it for this, I'll come down with both of them.
Okay, yeah, no, it's so it's like normal. So you roll d20 for your attack for each one. But yeah, you can two-handed weapons. That's just part of your class. So yeah, everything you're thinking, it will work. So as the creature invades your mind, this voice coming out, you just yell and just continue the charge directly at this large skinned dragon. Make your attack roll.
The first one, my main hand weapon, is a 21, I think. 7 plus 14. 21.
21's a hit.
The silvered long sword misses with a nat 1. But the greatsword,
Ooh, that's rough.
8 damage.
That's really rough. That's almost minimum damage.
So your greatsword hits as you bring it and your long sword down in an arcing motion right before you. Your greatsword digging deep into the husk that is of this dragon, but your long sword actually catches a hardened scale and is deflected. As a sword comes down, it's almost knocked from your hand, and you have to try to strengthen your grip to try to keep from losing the weapon. With that, the monster is going to rear back up on its hind legs. It's going to have a deep inhale, and it's going to belch out flames in your guys' direction. So I need everybody but Kovdar to roll me a dexterity saving throw.
Alright, and so I have advantage on this from Danger Sense. Alright, so I got a 16? Or, yeah, 16.
Okay,
I have an 18.
18. 18 is a save, 16 is a fail. So,
Aren't you like resistant or immune to flames?
I am resistant to flame, yeah.
okay, and
you
you
did say I failed with a 16.
okay, so you take Chiron. You take 17 points of fire damage as the flames lick and start to burn away some of your fur. Ivan, you see the flames coming, but instead of trying to dodge it, you actually release your own flame, pushing back against the fire. You can still feel the heat of the fire itself wrapped around your body, but take hardly any damage. So you take a quarter of 17. Ivan, you take 5 points of fire damage as your own fire pushes back against. So, Ivan, it is now your turn.
Okay. If I jump off the horse, does that use movement speed, or what does that use? Is that an action? Hopefully not an action.
I'm just gonna say it's a free action.
Okay.
You can easily jump off, but you don't use any movement, but that's also where you stand.
Okay.
So, as Chiron has moved up, he's within 5 feet. You jump off. That'll put you either at 5 feet or 10 feet, depending on when you wanted to jump off.
Okay. I want to jump off when he basically struck the monster.
All right, so you just slide off 5 feet away. You can see the large claw digging into the ground right next to you. What do you want to do?
I would like to go ablaze
Okay.
and stab him with my trident,
Your pitchfork.
my pitchfork. I did not stab him.
What'd you get?
A 2.
Hold on, would
sorry, it's an
would
8 actually, but
Would he currently be flanked at this point?
No, this is a large creature, so you got to be well on the other side before you can get flanking.
unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate. Okay, so with that, Chiron, it is now your turn.
Alright, I will attack him. I'm gonna rage with my bonus action. And then I will make one attack with my greatsword. Because I need the bonus action to attack again, right? So one greatsword attack.
Yeah, a bonus. You use a bonus action to attack with your offhand weapon.
24.
Okay, that's a hit.
12 damage.
Okay, so as your greatsword cuts through your longsword being deflected, you just instantly just stab with your greatsword, it digging deep into the front section of the torn scales of this creature. It was a solid hit, but you feel like you've got a lot of resistance against your blade. Like your blade isn't going in as deep as you think it should. All right. So, dragon's gonna get another turn. All right, it is going to open up its torn jaw. It actually, as it opens up, it actually opens its throat up along with it. You can see the pulled teeth that have been dislodged are actually embedded into the throat itself, as almost the whole thing has grown new teeth. It is going to bite down on you. That is a nat 20.
Goodbye.
All right, so apparently my dice do not like you. So that is going to be 25 points of piercing damage, plus an additional 4 points of fire damage as it actually belches some of the fire from its ripped and torn lungs into its throat, where you are now grappled and held firmly into the mouth of this thing. Kovdar, it's now your turn.
I'm going to move around for flanking.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack it. Bonus action rage first.
Yep.
So my invisibility drops. 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
I'm going to throw in trip attack.
Ooh, all right.
14 damage and strength save.
Okay, and you were hitting it with your great axe, right?
Yeah.
21 to save.
Saves.
All right, so you rush up, letting the invisibility drop from you. You instinctively aim for like the. Did you come up behind it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you did roll for advantage, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, as your invisibility leaves, you rush up, aiming for the back leg, trying to see if you can put this thing down, trying to get whatever kind of advantage you can against this monstrosity of just ripped skin. You go right for the Achilles tendon. Your axe digs in deep. You can hear the creature in a muffled kind of sound. It almost seems like it's, as it cries out in pain, almost like it would sound like it would cry out in pain. But there's no effect whatsoever. But you are certain you heard it. Alright, Dragon's gonna go. Dragon is going to stand straight up, ignore you, Kovdar, completely, and it is going to bite down harder onto Chiron.
Do I get a strength save?
Nope. There's not even a to hit. It's almost like the throat itself is trying to swallow you, but because of the throat being ripped, you just feel a pulse of the sharpened teeth actually just digging deeper into your skin or into your flesh. All right, so you can actually feel the needle-like teeth digging deep into your skin. You can. It's a weird sensation. You don't necessarily feel what pain you'd be feeling from these teeth digging into you, but instead you feel your soul itself being punctured by these teeth. You will take 8 points of necrotic damage. Okay. Yep. That's all the monster's gonna do. Ivan, it is now your turn. The monster is more standing up straight. Its neck stretched vertically. You can just see the lower rear hooves of your friend sticking out of what this thing's throat would have been.
I freaking stab it with my trident. Do I have an advantage?
Yeah, I'm on the other side.
Yes, you have advantage.
Thank God. 25.
25 is a hit. Go roll damage.
So 10 piercing and 3 fire.
All right. So, taking the initiative that you have of fighting all these other skins, you ignite yourself with your flames once again. The bird-like figure, its wings wrapping itself or stretching themselves behind you and then wrapping you in a cloak of flame. Your weapon itself igniting with flames. You go to stab the creature. The ends of your trident digging deep into the flesh of this thing. But the fire itself almost seems to be absorbed by the creature itself. Chiron, it is now your turn. You are technically grappled.
Yes, but the grappled condition does not restrain me.
No, you still have both of your weapons. Your arms are kind of are to your sides, but you feel like you can easily push them to the side enough to be able to attack the creature.
So I'm going to use my bonus action to drink a potion of superior healing.
Okay.
So the silvered longsword is silvered because silver pierces through resistances.
Yeah, silvered is technically a magic weapon.
Yeah. So noting that my greatsword was not doing as much as it could do, I am going to release it and two-hand my longsword.
Okay.
So I will make that two-handed attack against it.
Okay.
14.
14 to hit?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a miss.
Dang.
So, as you realize that you that the silver on your longsword could do more damage, you toss aside your greatsword and instead two-hand your longsword. As you bring it down to cut deeply into the monster raises one claw and just swipes the blade out of the way. It's a good try, though. Okay, so is that all you're going to do, Chiron?
I have done everything I can.
All right,
I'm
Dragon.
back up to pretty much full.
Dragon
health.
is going to go. Let's see if he gets his breath weapon back. So with that, he is just going to clinch once again and just re-bite down on you.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know why I'm trying to roll a hit. It's automatic damage. You take 14 points of necrotic damage as the throat once again just massages and shoves the needle-like teeth back into you.
You're getting a massage?
Yes,
Getting
it
a
is.
massage.
It is a massage with a not-so-happy ending.
No, it's a happy end.
A new character, here we come.
Dead dragon pelt.
All right, so with that is the dragon's turn, as it's just gonna just munch on you. Kovdar, it is now your turn.
Honestly,
Alright, I'm gonna take a -5.
I can take the hits if it just keeps attacking me and you guys can just wail on it. That's honestly
30,
pretty good.
20, and I'll do another trip attack. 29.
29, okay.
Magical slashing. Yeah, I might as well. I'll throw in a first level divine smite. 16 radiant.
This thing might decide it has a new target.
This time, once again, pulling your axe back out, going after the same hamstring that should have been there. You just dig your great axe into the exact same slit, but this time you infuse the blade with your rage, just your rage and hate that you have towards this creature. You actually see the blade of your axe actually give off a faint glowing red as it digs and cuts deeper into the creature. You can see the skin itself and the scales of the creature actually decaying and falling off, as whatever it is, the light source that you've given off is severely hurting this thing. So as your blade cuts deeply into it, it should fall, but yet its form seems to just mold back into it and re-support itself as the foot repairs itself and it stands back up on it once again. So Kovdar, is that all you're gonna do?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so Dragon is going to notice the amount of power and damage that you've just done to it. Its head is going to turn, its dimly lit red eyes of undeath peering back at you, the body of your friend still caught within its throat. It is actually going to whip its neck and let go of you and send you flying over the cliff. So at this point, I want you to make me a dexterity saving throw. You do see this coming.
Okay.
To try to hold on to one of or a couple of the teeth inside to keep from being thrown off the ledge.
Fuck.
Can
6.
I use my reaction to try to catch it?
So it is a large creature and you're on the tail end. This thing is throwing him off the cliff towards the front.
Oh, I thought it spun around towards me.
It spun around to look at you, and then it spun its neck the opposite direction, and then is going to open its throat and throw him off the cliff.
I got a 6, so I'm going off the cliff.
You are airborne. You guys see your friend being launched from the mouth of this thing. It is a 300-foot drop to the bottom.
Am I
Yeah.
able to use my reaction to try to catch him?
Nope, because it's way above your head. You are airborne, Chiron. All right, monster is going to go ahead, and it is going to make a bite attack.
I have no chance here.
No, there's nothing you can do. I gave you that one save and you failed it.
I rolled a 3 and a 2.
Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. So the dragon is going to turn its head back around and is going to open up its mouth. You can see the bloodied needle-like teeth from your friend coming at you. It is going to make an attack roll. That is a 14
Miss.
to hit. As you see it coming, you just dive off to the side as you can hear the hollowed clamp as this thing's disemboweled jaws come in contact with each other, just biting nothing but air. It is the monster's turn. Ivan, it is now your turn.
So is there any chance of saving Chiron?
So this is up to your imagination. So what is happening right now is Chiron is on the descend. He is 30 feet away from the cliff side right now.
Okay.
And he is on his way down.
How far is the cliff away from me?
So it would be, I think I said about 20 feet away.
Okay. So and if I can do it,
So what that makes me
Aw.
50 feet away from him right now?
I kind of forgot how far the monster was away from the ledge. So I'm going to say you're 20 feet off of the ledge.
Wasn't it right next to the ledge?
No, this monster wasn't, because you guys were coming closer to the ledge, trying to track that monster.
Yeah, I thought you said it ran off along the edge down a path.
Yeah, and you guys gave chase, and you guys were headed towards the edge, and then this thing intercepted you you guys were about 20 feet away from the edge to your left. So the monster was able to chuck you, and you are technically 40 feet away airborne right now from Ivan.
How high up am I?
You're on the decline, so I would say you're actually almost level with the ground right now.
20 feet away.
40 feet from you.
40 feet. Or 20 feet off the ledge.
20 feet off the ledge, yes.
I think if you... Jumping after me is stupid.
Hold on now. Let's think about this.
You'll survive. I'm still gonna die.
Could throw him a rope or something. Give him another chance.
It's a lot better than what I was thinking.
What were you
What were you
thinking?
gonna do? Jump off?
I was either gonna jump off and use my trident to try to stick it into the... or I was gonna throw the trident at you and try to stick you to a wall.
Oh my god. Kills me before I can die.
So just to kind of give you a little bit better picture, so that cliff face, 300-foot drop, and it's just a vast cavern on it. There's like, if you threw your trident, there's no chance that you could even hit the wall on the other side.
What is the damage for 300-foot fall?
I could imagine it being-
It's like a D6 for every 10 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I have my rage resistance to bludgeoning, and I drink a potion of invulnerability, will those stack?
So
Giving me double resistance.
the invulnerability would make you immune to bludgeoning damage, right?
No, invulnerability makes me resistant to all damage.
Resistant to all damage.
And then I have my resistance to piercing, bludgeoning, slashing.
So,
raging.
with such dire circumstances, I will actually grant you to stack that buff. Even though it technically shouldn't, I will let it stack.
Okay, that's my plan, is just doubling up on resistances and
Taking 30
seeing
D6.
how 30d6 goes.
reasonably, if in my small pumpkin brain mind, can reasonably think that I can run over there and throw a rope for him to grab it, I will do that.
Okay.
If logically that makes sense, that I could maybe be able to save him that way.
So you guys
A rope
have
can make it.
You guys have the hemp rope. You can throw it that far. So you're gonna have to get out of the reach of them.
I will take an attack.
Wait, but it grapples if it hits.
Well, it's looking at Kyra. Maybe it has
Maybe
a
it doesn't
disadvantage or
realize.
something.
Maybe it doesn't realize.
All right. So as you
Yeah.
see your friend, so the way I'm gonna do this. So you are on the decline right now. You're
Yeah.
on the fall.
Yeah.
So you will have one turn in free fall.
Yep, and
then your next turn you contact the ground.
Yeah, if that turn isn't catching that rope, it's gonna be drinking a potion.
All right. So you taking off the dragon skin is going to turn and notice you running away. It is going to open up its throat and make a lunge for you. Here's the attack. That is a natural 1.
Oh.
I flip it off as I run.
So, with it being a natural 1, I will actually grant Kovdar an attack of opportunity.
Yes.
So you notice the thing turn after you've just dodged. It is now trying to lunge and make an attack against Iven.
Do I have advantage?
At this time, no.
Natural
Oh
20.
my god.
Oh my gosh.
This is going to hurt so much.
Oh my god.
He's gonna hit you.
All
with
right.
everything.
So I'm going to do level 2 Divine Smite.
Don't forget you get an extra bonus action attack.
I do.
Opportunity. How does that work?
That's just his class thing. So he can make another attack because of the Great Weapon Master.
Yeah, but yeah.
So that's 4d8, and then another d8 for superiority dice, so 5d8 plus a d12, 52 damage without rolling.
Holy cow. And that's all from the Silvered Sword, right?
He's using
My magical
His-
great axe.
Oh, your magic.
all
yeah, that's
weapons
right.
he
That's
uses
right.
are magical.
Yeah, because
Because of
that's,
his thing.
that was my fault. All right, so 52 damage
Yes.
right off the bat. Oh my freak!
Do you need me to
lord.
split out the radiant?
Yes.
So it's 40 radiant. I need to roll 5d8. So 56 radiant.
That was only 4.
One's for superiority
Oh,
dice. 33 slashing.
Okay, don't rack your brain too hard because you straight up killed it.
Oh, really?
So it is vulnerable to radiant damage.
Yes.
So with 56, you did 112 damage in just radiant. It had 116 health left over after absorbing some of Chiron's life force to heal itself. Then you do the 64 slashing damage just from the critical, and then an additional 33 that you haven't even finished all of it left for another, what is that, 97 damage. So in total you have done over 200 points of health damage to this creature. Let me draw this scene. Chiron, you are launched free. You tried to grab the teeth. We're actually ripping 2 of them along with you as they just come free of the skin. You're in free fall. The only thing going through your mind right now is a 300-foot drop right below you. The fear just invades your mind. You're uncertain of what to do. You're rummaging around trying to find whatever kind of potion you might be able to use to survive. Ivan, you instantly rush off. You can actually hear the slap as the monster turns, the fear entering your mind as you know that this thing has seen you run away and is coming after you. But instead, you guys hear the large yell of Kovdar. You guys actually see the entire cavern go with a red light of sheer hate energy. You guys just feel a blast of radiant energy hit this creature. A enormous thud echoes across the entire cavern. You actually see some of the stalactites that were hanging on the ceiling actually fall down and pierce this monster from the roof. Chiron, you see a large flash of red and a sizzling red body of a dragon going off the cliff beside you, lifeless and unmoving.
Wonder. I'm filled with wonder. I am also much more confident in this fall than I previously thought I was, as I am now realizing that a puny fall of 300 feet cannot kill me, as I can drink invulnerability and healing in one turn, action, bonus action, and then it won't be able to do enough damage, even at max, to kill me.
Okay, so with the dragon out of the initiative, so Ivan,
We were on Ivan,
that
yeah.
was an opportunity attack. As this thing tried to get you with a natural 1 with the opportunity attack, absolutely destroyed it. So it is still your turn.
I would still like to try to save.
Okay,
My
so
close
you
friend.
rush up, pulling your rope from your bag and toss it. Kovdar, Chiron, I would like you to go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand check.
22.
Jiminy freaking Christmas. So instead of just throwing a part of the rope, you actually grab the very end of it and toss the entire rolled up so that way it has the weight to make it across. Immaculate aim. You actually hit Chiron in the middle of the chest and he just bear hugs the rope. He is still on the free fall.
Actually, if I can, quickly enough, tie it around myself.
We're going on to your turn. So you have the rope in hand right now.
Okay.
What do you wish to do?
I'm gonna tie it around myself.
Okay.
And I take it that probably takes an action.
Yeah, that takes an action.
And if I fail this, I fall and die. I hit the ground.
You will hit the ground.
I don't get a turn between.
Nope.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to drink that invulnerability potion.
Okay.
You don't trust me?
I'm just not taking chances here. Dude, this isn't actually possible. I weigh like so much.
I know. All right. So you are 20 feet,
I don't even think he
30
could
feet
do anything.
away from Ivan right now, as you were on the other side of the thing.
Right.
But you just bat swung this creature off the ledge.
I weigh 2,100 pounds.
It's fine.
I'm gonna come up and help him.
So it is not your turn yet.
Yeah.
We are still in initiative. All right. So Chiron, you drink the potion. You tie the rope. You quickly tie the rope. You think that you might have been able to at least get a decent knot.
I tie the best knot I can get as quickly as possible, and I hold on.
Okay. So just for an emergency or just in case, I want you to go ahead and make me another sleight of hand check. This is the DC of that knot.
Oh no. It's so bad.
8.
All right. Okay. So at the end of your turn, the rope goes tight. You start swinging towards the cliff. Ivan, I need you to make a strength saving throw, and I hope to God it's a natural 20.
God.
A saving throw?
Saving throw.
Oh, I can do this. Okay. 18.
18. Okay, so luckily for you, the cliff face itself has had a couple of gouges, and the rope itself seems to go into one of these gouges and helps catch some of the weight that you've got. Now I'm gonna roll for the rope.
I am still holding it. I'm
You
not
are
trusting
still
the knot
holding it.
completely. The rope in general? Oh no. There's a lot of flaws in the rope. I forgot how heavy I am.
So it's a disadvantage, and that's a 3.
Ah, great.
The rope snaps.
Yikes.
The knot that you'd quickly done comes undone around your waist, and the rope itself
Breaks.
goes completely limp.
Okay.
It did slow you down.
Mhm.
So instead of taking the 300 foot, so the max die roll of 20d6,
Well, I
it'll
actually
be-
think it's probably going to end up being max no matter what. It's 10 feet is 1d6.
so
So since
a
it's
normal.
in the
Okay, well
hundreds-
let's math this out. So typically a rope is around 60 feet, right? So that's going to be minus at least 60 feet off of 300
Yeah,
feet.
so if it's still
240,
240, 24
24
times-
d6 would actually be what it is. You just drop the 0 off of it. So it'll be 20 d6 still.
Yeah. It's still max.
So it's still max. You're in free fall.
I have I have to, hopefully it doesn't kill me. I didn't drink the potion of healing, so the fall does have a chance to kill me.
Okay.
But I have a solid chance. Max damage with him allowing it to stack on a 20d6 is 40 damage on me right now. That's 120 divided by 3. So as long as he doesn't roll max damage, I have like just under 40 health right now. This sets a dangerous precedence. I didn't realize they capped fall damage. That means that I can jump from a mountaintop and survive.
I know, I really honestly don't like that. So I know we're in a really dire situation, but I want to go ahead and I want to do a table rule. So, do we let the damage max? This will apply to all of the monsters and everything in this game. Or do we not let it max and let a 500-foot drop straight up kill you? So right now,
I think as far as precedence goes, it shouldn't max, and a large enough fall should just kill you. Maybe not 500 feet, accounting for damage reduction we can try and get, but maybe like 700 feet. I don't know what.
Personally, I just think we should have the damage continue and not cap.
just continue to ramp up. All right, so from now on, table rule. Fall damage does not cap. It continues to stack. The die does not change, but it'll stay a d6, but the amount will increase. You did decrease your fall by 60 feet, so that is 6d6 off of the table with that.
So 24
but you will
D6.
take 24d6 fall damage as you impact the bottom. So to set the scene, as you are falling, you just finished chugging the bottle, and you turn, bracing yourself for the fall. You see piles and piles of corpses. Many of them have been completely decayed and are nothing left but the bones at the bottom of this place. Some are nothing but just the husks that have fallen down here. Some are the skinned human beings of, well, the skinned beings of animals, of humans, and of other kinds of creatures. You impact on one of these mounds. So, I will not increase the damage because there are bones, but I'll also not decrease the damage because you are technically landing on a squishy surface. So the damage will just stay the same.
What?
Question. It's not the husk, like the living husks. It's like the dead bodies of like peeled skin.
I just
Yes.
landed in a pile of the enemy.
They're barrier. They're like disposal. They're trash can.
You just
Yeah,
no.
they only need the skin, so
Yeah.
the body parts is just extra.
Okay. All right. So that is going to be 24d6. Like I said, some are bones, so I'm not going to increase the damage because you are technically landing on bones, but I also will not decrease the damage because you are landing technically on a soft surface. So you would just take the 24d6. Here we go.
Or wait, is double resistance? It's divided by 3, or it's halved and then it's halved again.
It's halved and halved again. You take quarter damage.
Okay, wait, no, that's gonna work differently than I thought.
You take 85 points of bludgeoning damage.
Have you already done stuff to that?
No, that is max damage.
Okay.
22.
All right. So, Chiron, as you see the corpses, bracing yourself for the impact, you just hit this pile hard. You can feel your body crunch. You can feel your bones popping, your joints being forced into weird angles as you just go head over heel and roll down the side of this thing. So you take 85 points of damage, quartered down to 20.
22.
22.
22 points of
I have
damage.
15 health left.
You
Chiron! I
Ye-
scream in agony.
exhale, but you are alive, only to find yourself in another dire situation. You'll have to find out next week. Boom.
I'm gonna die. They are husks. There are live husks down there. There's no jets.
The TastyDoom podcast is an unofficial fan content permitted under the fan content policy, not approved or endorsed by Wizards. Portion of the material used is property of Wizards of the Coast, Wizards of the Coast, LLC. Music is by Epidemic Sound. If you have questions, concerns, advice, or ideas that you'd like to tell us about, then feel free to email us at tastydoom.podcast@outlook.com. If you've liked our content, then feel free to join us on Twitter at tasty_doom. And remember to stay tasty.